can't do it by ourselves. Y'all can be like, oh, y'all the ones talking. We told y'all we reality underground radio. We ain't getting, we ain't getting funded by them. Okay? To sell out, to lie to you in order to keep the radio station going. See, we can come on here when we're ready. We ain't under no guideline from them. That's the way you should want to be. Under no guideline from them. Okay? So then this way you'll be able to protect your family properly. The first thing you need to stop doing, brothers and sisters, is this. Stop thinking they God. Okay? Because according to their scientists, they like to use the terminology predict. I like to help you out just to set the base.
Okay.
Or where we finna go. All right. It means to say that something will or might happen in the future. This means you don't have a clue, but you know it is. And in our case, let me reread it. To say that something will or might happen. I want y'all to hear that clearly. See, they know that God coming because of his will and with the literature that he left that lets them know that. Satan knows this. That's why he decided, the tree of knowledge, of good and evil. So he knows it. He just don't know when he's coming. See, you thinking the military is upgrading and all of this stuff because they just trying to protect the country. You are crazy.
Absolutely. You
and your dang family gonna be in there if you don't protect them. How you gonna protect them? Yeah, I know, like my brother was saying, a woman is going to feel protected in security, I say, as well as, as like you said, you don't have to necessarily be rich, but that all determines on what type of sister you pick. See? Because if you pick the wrong sister, then that's on, you might suffer the attributes of how she lived her lifestyle.
Right.
And if she high maintenance and you ain't eating like that, that ain't gonna last long. I ain't trying to talk down on it.
But that's the truth.
Did you feel me, brother? And I want you to hear this, sister. I don't want you to think, brother, trying to be great. That ain't my time. That's not what I'm on here for. I'm on here to point out the characteristics. That's my job, as he said. And I told you that, what he blessed me to do. When this all began. Over time. Now, these are the people you want to run everything, but they always determine, we predict. They think something will or might happen in the future. Because they know their judgment. It also means to declare or indicate in advance, especially foretell on the basis of observation. See? You know who he is. Experience or scientific reason. Now, what is reason? Because I want y'all to understand something. Some of y'all keep hearing your brother say, ain't my brother tell you, these people know who he is to God and who he is to Satan? Let me let you know the reason why. Okay? So you can understand and be enlightened. All right? It's a noun. It means a statement or fact that explains why something is the way it is. Okay? Why someone does, thinks, or says something, or why someone behaves in a certain way. It also means a fact, once again. I'm going to give you the definition of fact. And remember what I said, these people know that's a fact. Okay? You can understand what we be talking about is the absolute power that is causing the destruction of you being in the ability, or having the ability to protect your family. Not just finance-wise. You need to protect them with this type of talking. That's the first thing. See, you are working for fiat notes, and that is what's killing you. So this is why you hear your brother say, hell, man, so you got to watch out for certain others. You know I'm making that bait. Ain't that right? Ain't taking no sides. That'll be the enemy in your ear, trying to deceive you. I ain't always trying to find these times against God. You know, like y'all to talk to each other, that'll be one of them child please moments coming from me. Because I understand it a little bit deeper. You know, we can't give it to you pacified no more. And once you before my brother even did this, because I didn't know if he was going to get back with me, I was already being moved on by Allah to bring to you the title of, if God was your father, you'll love me. You'll love Brother Prince Muhammad. And you'll love Sister Alexa, the Nation of Islam, and the minister, and everything about anybody who's trying to talk about what we talk about. Because God and them type of people. So if God was your father, then you'll love us. But trying to explain to you how in the hell and why in the hell you need to protect your family from people like us who God bless to have the time or to take the time out to research their foolishness that keep you hell-bound and restricted and oppressed against your will right in your face in modern time, making hell for you. Let me read it to you again. It's a fact, condition, or situation. Honorable as Mama said, heaven and hell is what? Forms of conditions in life. And it is a fact that we were put in slavery. It is a fact that they taught English to us. It is a fact that they have promoted all the tyranny and conquering of this whole northwestern country or west, country.
Right, and we got to remind the our Spanish speaking brothers and sisters in Mexico and Guatemala that you're not exempt from this either, because Spanish was not your original language.
I'm sorry.
So don't think that you're here and you speaking Spanish and that's your original language, as if you weren't tricked and enslaved yourselves.
Right.
So you have to remember. You guys are Incas and Mayas, and that type of stuff in Central America.
Right.
So I know that they don't want to hear it. Maybe they don't want to hear it, but it's the absolute truth. Because Spanish is not your original language, and all those brothers and sisters that are down in South America who speak in Portuguese and Spanish as well. Once again, don't have yourself and be fooled as if you're Spanish, because you're absolutely not.
I'm sorry to tell you. Okay? I hope you heard my brother clearly. To our brothers and sisters across the seas that might be tuned in. Russia. What were some of the other ones?
Italy.
We have Italy.
Kenya, South Africa.
Yeah, it's so many that we think that are listening, and we want y'all to understand. God ain't coming to play when he come back. That's why when he used me to speak, it won't sound pussy, put it around.
Absolutely.
Because when he come back, he ain't going to pussy putting around with the wicked and those who refuse to reject his counsel harshly. He can use who he please. And you need to listen to us unconditionally. Meaning if he in you, and you see we're talking about him throughout these constant shows, more than who's going to be in the club, Rich Homie Crown, whoever the hell coming to the club, he going to give you 2 for 1. We going to do that if we had to help out, some brothers. Now, whatever they decide to do with their party mentality, that is entirely on them, but you can't say that brother just try to help you out.
Right.
It's your responsibility if you decide to change your environment after you have created or generated enough credentials to rearrange the establishment, because if it's already known, then your customers will accept your change. Okay? think, oh, y'all help them out to be, promoting this and that. No, we ain't helped them out to promote none of that. We're not the ones holding the bottles and selling it. It was our job to show them don't go to the enemy and become a slave, okay? And sell your soul just for trying to get yourself out there, okay? Understand the difference. That's what it's about. That's why if you hear certain gangster-sounding music on here, some people might still want to listen to that and might make a request. We have to try to make it for the people because it is for the people. Do we recommend that they would just want to sit there and listen to that all day long? No. But suffice that to say, I want to let you hear another one if my brother don't have any other little viewpoint before I go into that.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I gave you predict and reason, so we already know that these people don't really have full understanding of what's going on. They predict it. This is what they want to do. They want to be like God. Ain't that what it means? They want to know when. Let me go back to that so I can break down what Allah wants you to understand. Okay? About that. Because, I thank him when he do this type of stuff here now. And my brother just came with this perfect topic that just caught my attention as soon as and then we had this inflation, that caused it to get cut off. So my brother changed it. And I pretty much begged my brother to just put it back.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember the topic.
Yes, sir, because the law went working on me like, no, you need to tell him to put that back. As soon as I seen it, he already had, baby, you need to go get all those definitions right there. Yeah. I might be tired of hearing them. That's up to you. Because if you reject them, these are the attributes of what we're speaking of. Okay, this is these people's actions and thought process. We read this. They want to be like God, so they want to predict. They want to predict when a hurricane going to come. They want to predict when an earthquake going to happen. They want to predict when it's going to rain. See what I'm saying? I'll be like the Most High God. Why you can't see it? Because you caught up in a news. I just did one. The technology of the news station. Go listen to it. I was just the other night. So you can understand how it's happening to you. And then, not to go off course, but I got to take it here because this is where he got me going. All of this is a part of you not being able to protect our family. Because if you're too strung out on trying to make clear, I know the TV is teaching them. So this is all a part of it. It's one big engineering mechanism, program installed in your mindset that you might just think you're going about your daily plans in life. But if you are with it throughout your daily plans in this type of world and society, you either commit the crime, you either doing some smoking, drinking, whatever. You don't cover that, above reproach. So if you got kids with this baby mama, you feel you out there, you ain't finna, she get in an argument with you, gonna be like, man, bro, it's like we talk. There you go. That's one set of your family destroyed because you got children from her. Now she ate the hell out you because you feel you can talk to her any type of way. If she was a lost sister at the time when you got her, you ain't had no business getting her pregnant. And what I mean by a lost sister, no disrespect, not this thing I want y'all. You got to keep it genuine. No disrespect, brother, because you undergone this bad. If you done this type of
your mic is kind of messing up a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can.
Okay, you can hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah, so, no disrespect, brothers and sisters, I just want y'all to understand, that this is the, characteristics of us today. And that's why, if something here, when Brother Ali try to explain things, they might think is very harsh or very offensive. And, you can't imagine how difficult it is to try to make you understand that I'm really personally